still alive, George, and I think he's gone. What a great way to start the show, where host has disappeared. So,
he either got a call or got a notification about the FA Cup draw happening.
James has it on in the background anyway, but
I have it on my TV.
I'm going to obviously say hello to everybody and welcome back to the Arsenal Women's Chat Show before obviously George came back. George was with us, but he's currently disappeared and I don't know where he's went. So obviously we'll continue on with him until he comes back. So obviously tonight we're going to review the Aston Villa game, obviously in the FA Cup, which Arsenal beat them 2-0. That takes us through to the 5th round of the FA Cup, which the draw is currently happening at the moment. So we will talk about that as the show goes on. And then we'll obviously go into yesterday's performance at Aston Villa with Arsenal versus Aston Villa. So before I get into obviously waiting on George coming back, I'll introduce the guests, which we've got Catherine back on with us. Catherine, how are you doing?
Staying warm. That's about it. Staying warm. I've got, I think about a foot of snow in the last 24 hours.
Yeah. I was going to say you're snowed in, aren't you? A bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Holiday today. Snowed in. Hopefully, I don't have to go into the office tomorrow.
Yeah. Hopefully. I mean, if it was in the UK, it would have been definitely at a standstill. We wouldn't have been able to get anything at the shops. It would have been like COVID all over again. So
yeah. National Weather Service had put out a thing saying don't go out unless you need to. And as of an hour ago, there was 100+ car pileup on the highway.
Oh, well, at least
you're home. Know how to drive.
At least you're home and you're safe and you're with us. So obviously the next guest, as you can see, is my wonderful husband sitting next to me. I know how he's feeling, but you just don't know how he's feeling. And here's George back.
Sorry, that was a disaster. Sorry about that, guys. Someone called me and I ended it, and then I called again, and I ended it again. By the time it took me to type to stop calling me, and then someone else called me. So, if you're watching the show, please leave me alone from now till 8 p.m. Right. Evening, everyone. Sorry about that. I'll probably get crap for that in the comments, but never mind. You can't help it being popular. So, how are you, Laura? You okay?
I'm all good, yeah. I'm a bit tired today. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know if it's a cold air in Scotland. It's just making me feel like I just want to stay in my bed and wrap up warm. But hey ho, got to live with it and move on, haven't I?
It's cool. You've got the pre-bridge virus. That's what it is. You'd realise you've got to go to the bridge in a matter of days.
Yeah, I mean, I have got the COVID mask back out for that because I know it's got a really bad stench and I don't like the stench that's at Stamford Bridge. So, so I pulled that out for that.
It smells of desperation, especially when it comes to the Champions League.
Yeah, desperate for that one silverware that they haven't got.
Yeah, cool.
Doing our trophy cabinets, we could maybe lend them one.
Yeah, exactly. Put Basil in one. James, how you doing, mate? Good to have you back on.
I'm doing well, mate. I'm not called as much as right enough, and for anybody watching this, I was alive at approximately 7:10, just in case anybody finds my body later on, because she called me a wonderful husband. So,
what happened?
I must be heading slowly towards my coffin.
Yeah.
But no, I'm doing good, mate. Just watching this to let us know who gets the 5th round and looking forward to tonight.
Cool. Yeah, I'd get that in writing as well, James, about the wonderful husband thing. Like,
it's on a live recording, it's fine.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'd definitely keep that. So like every time you can use it for so much, James. Right. Remember when you said I was a wonderful husband?
Hold on, let me get that
cool.
timestamp pulled up.
Cool. And Catherine, how are you?
Doing good and staying warm.
Cool.
And seeing what a proper FA Cup draw looks like.
Yeah. Let's wait and see who we get first before we say.
I mean, this seems a little bit more professional than.
Yeah, I'm a bit.
So I mean, I'll take it. I'll take professionalism. They've got some cool packages that seem to be going along with this thing.
Arsenal must have gave them some of their £25 million that they've revenued, you know.
Yeah, I've got a bad feeling who we're going to get, so I'm not going to say too much.
We are number 6.
Yeah, I just got a horrible feeling. But anyway, evening to everyone in the chat. Who do we have in the chat? Have we got anyone yet?
We do. Catherine obviously was the first one in, like she always is. We'll get Mr. Darren Wells and giving it the good old Stina saves the day again, getting in early.
No. I'm not having that. Not this early. Stina saved the day. I think there was you've got to bite out of me there, Darren. I think it was a certain Kimi Esther in the midfield that saved the day. Let's not get that twisted. I still remember Stina putting one wide.
Kev's in saying, I would say evening, but that seems a bit excessive. And he said, OAP rule, Kimmy.
Oi.
Ryan says he'll keep us updated with obviously the draw, but we do have it on in the background. But hello.
Yeah, we'll see who breaks it first.
Mr. T, I'm thinking that's Paul.
Paul.
City have got Sheffield United, so we don't have City.
Yeah, that's still not who I think we're getting, but yeah. Well, that's good.
Up for me for about the Stina.
Liverpool and Everton.
Merseyside derby, Liverpool get Everton.
Two small teams. This one.
Oh, Chelsea's up here. Sorry.
Right, we'll go straight into the draw because what's happening live, we might as well.
It's not. Chelsea versus Manchester United.
Right, I can breathe now because I thought we were getting Chelsea. Right, cool. That's what I like to see. Chelsea, Man United.
Oxford United at home to
Arsenal.
Charlton.
This is. I don't even know who's left. Peterborough are not in it, are they?
Imagine that, George.
It'd make a change for me to go to a game that's 10 minutes down the road.
Who would we both support? Posh or Arsenal?
I'd support Arsenal and say that.
West Ham at home to Brighton. Let's see, number 14.
That's good though that Man United get Chelsea because that means one of the big teams are out.
Yeah.
London City against.
Probably done.
Tottenham.
You got Tottenham.
I see what I wanted. I wanted Spurs.
I think.
No, we didn't get Tottenham. London City Lioness has got them.
Birmingham City.
I think this might be. I think Arsenal's going to get Birmingham City. That's just my guess. Nope, it's not us. We're ball 6. That's all I know.
We're going to be the last ones out, aren't we?
Yeah, it's just going to be a matter of are we home
They
or
do realise I've got a show to do, don't they?
Yeah.
Arsenal are at home. Home draw.
Arsenal are at home.
But at Meadow Park, brilliant. Darren will be happy, and we're happy, won't he?
And we'll get Bristol City.
Is it? Didn't we play Bristol City last year in that FA Cup, or was that?
Yeah.
So it's Bristol City.
Cool. So Arsenal, massive game, hard game against Bristol City. It'll probably be at the what did I call it the other day?
Meadow Park.
I did say graveyard, but no, we'll go at Meadow Park. So Darren will be happy. Back at his home. Arsenal, Bristol City, Meadow Park, FA Cup 4th round. Arsenal should be getting through to the 5th round there, where either Chelsea or Manchester United will be out. Because due to my maths, and I'm not very good at it, but I don't think both teams can go through because they're playing each other.
So you're feeling all right?
Now she got that laughing emoji on the end. We're all good.
Well, what's he done now?
She's pulling my fucking leg. That's what she's doing.
All right.
Yeah, it says Bristol City will smash us.
With a crying with laughter emoji.
I know having a baby does things to you, but all right, come on, Yaz, don't spoil yourself, otherwise we'll have to send you to other people in the direction of them. All right. Anyway, let's get on with the show. If you can call it a show, podcast, whatever. It's all gone mental. Right, so news from the show. Obviously, Arsenal have got Bristol City in the FA Cup. We'll quickly go round. James, you happy with that?
Yeah, I mean, we've avoided the tricky ties. I did think we were going to get one of the harder ones, but
I thought we were getting Chelsea. Just had a
fortunately,
horrible feeling.
I would say we should be comfortably into the last 8, but then again, it's Arsenal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Laura, we should, famous last words, you can clip this on TikTok, we should be beating Bristol City, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we should. But Jim says it's Arsenal. But I honestly don't see us struggling in that one. I don't. So it should be a comfortable tie and then through to the next round for us. So it is.
Cool. Just to answer, Jessie Gale will be cup tied because she can't play for us because that's because she's on loan as well. So it wouldn't matter if she was cup tied, but she can't because she's on loan. Chris, hope you're doing well, mate.
2 minutes this weekend for Bristol City anyway.
Yeah. So no Jessie Gale, unfortunately, for them, not for us. Catherine, obviously, the Arsenal Bristol City is kind of ideal for us. But obviously, the other highlight tie is obviously Chelsea against Man United. I wouldn't like to call that one at the minute. I know Chelsea are probably quite a bit better, but United, they're not the easiest to play, are they?
No. And we showed that twice in the WSL that United are not easy to beat.
Yeah.
Especially if they go down to 10. Because they'll just sit in a low block and they will then just control the midfield. That's something that I had noticed during the United game, last weekend, 2 weekends ago? I don't know at this point. That United are going to be tough to beat no matter what competition you are playing them in. So Chelsea, good luck to you. I don't think that Chelsea will make it out. That's my early prediction.
I like that. I fancy a day out at Wembley, so not had one for a little while. So we'll go into the Villa game. Obviously, what we're all here for. That's to be fair, might be a start. Obviously, Laura, going into the game, I want to get your views on the lineup because I saw the lineup and I was like, Rene. Obviously, Kim was playing with Mario in where Mario's playing like that 8 position. What is the stubbornness with keep playing Mariona there? It's a bit Jonas-esque, isn't it?
Yeah, I think she's just stuck in her way at the moment with that whole situation. I still think she's maybe still trying to figure that out, and she can't figure that out when she's not happy with the players that she's got. There's clearly no trust there in Vicky Pulova whatsoever, because I think that should have been a game that Vicky could have maybe started yesterday and maybe gave Kim a rest and brought her on at 60 minutes, but unfortunately that didn't happen. And then, of course, Alessia Russo playing as well. Like that that was also one thing. And Tim Stillman spoke about it on Twitter the day and said that we are absolutely running Alessia Russo into the ground. And maybe this is why she's not performing up to the standards that most of the people on X want her to perform to. Because let's face it, there's a right Royal Rumble on X at the moment with people just opening their mouth and letting their belly rumble about how they feel about players at Arsenal. But
sorry about that.
You were hungry.
It's
hungry.
It's not me for once, guys. It's not me.
You were hungry. It's fine. But
yes.
There's a way that you could talk about players at Arsenal, and there's a way you could avoid it. But we'll get into that anyway. We'll talk about the start.
Yeah, I was saying to Dorian, and even Dorian in the chat. I was saying to Dorian yesterday, like at half time. I just don't get it. Like, if you're not even giving Pullover a chance to even put some games together, I don't know. I know Tim has said that some of the players have been contacted who's going to get a new deal and who hasn't. I think there's a couple of players, the obvious ones, that probably look like they're not going to be offered one. But I just think yesterday was a very good and not a perfect opportunity for Pullover just to play in that 8 role. You could have played Mario in the 10. And if you want to start Stina, fine. Like, I don't think she starts that well, if I'm honest. But if you want to start Stina and put Russo on the bench, bring her on, vice versa, then do that. Like we all moan about the injuries that we've got, and that's fine. But if there's players that are available in a certain position, to at least give them a chance and give them that opportunity. I just don't understand why they're not. Obviously, Renee knows a lot more than I do, but I don't know. It's a bit weird with the Pullover situation.
I do get why she maybe put that starting 11 out, because let's face it, in that FA Cup tie, we got one of the toughest ones that we could have in that stage in that round. Like, I think we were the only team, like one of the top 3 teams that was playing one of the other WSL teams.
The only other game that was WSL versus WSL was Spurs versus Leicester.
Yeah, but then they are not really that's a fixture that could go either way. But we know over the previous 3 games of playing Aston Villa, we've really struggled. So in terms of our team selection and maybe not wanting to maybe start Pullover, but we know we've seen what Pullover can actually do when she's at her best, but she's just not getting the minute. We said this about Cody last week as well. She's just not getting the minutes at the moment to prove anything. And that scares me, because we are running players into the ground. We've seen it with Leah. But Leah was back all of 3 games, and she's injured again. And that's simply due to lack of rotation. And we've said it time and time and time again. But clearly Renee just doesn't trust the bench that she has.
Yeah, that's the indication I get. James, coming to you, it does look like she doesn't really trust the bench, or like she's just stuck in her ways, because like what we were just saying, it was a perfect game for people like Pullover to play in if you're going to give her that opportunity. Because what my attitude with it, James, as well, is if you're not going to give her opportunity, why don't you try and get some money for her if you're going to, and sell her in January and replace her?
Yeah, I mean, we could say that. I think we could say that with a few sort of players. Obviously, Jenna being another that we kind of have chucked to one side recently. As you say, naming a few, Cody as well. What are maybe slotting in there, kind of not getting much in terms of game time. But I think, look, being honest, and I'm not going to 100% stick up for her. I think looking at it was we can't let history repeat itself here.
Yeah.
We can't go out, take this for granted, and end up fluffing it, to put a politer sense on it. So I think she has been out with the best of what we've got, an attacking team. And don't get me wrong, when I seen the lineup, I'll be honest, I was apart from the defence, which obviously nothing we could do there, it's make do with what we've got. We actually like to set up like a pretty solid attacking team, and then the referee blew the first whistle and it all felt legit. So I think I don't kind of see much coming in January. I think this summer needs to be the right. We need to take this a lot more seriously now in terms of who we're keeping, who we trust, who we want to, and start refreshing that team.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think we bring much in January. The only thing I could have seen maybe doing is a pre-contract thing with Stanway if that was what they wanted to do, but on a free Lioness where we heard that before. So, but yeah, Catherine, kind of going to you. Obviously, we went through the first half and it wasn't the greatest, was it? It was really like intermittent. It was quite dull. Do you think that was the way Villa was set out, or do you think that obviously goes back to sort of a mentality thing as well, with us not playing that fast, zippy football?
I think Villa were going out to if Villa were going to score in that game, it was going to be in the first half, and I think they kind of showed that, especially in like the first 10 minutes where we were all getting a little bit anxious with how Villa had started the game out, and early chances, or at least one early chance that kind of maybe Arsenal needed to get control of the game back fairly quickly. I think that's the way that Villa wanted to start the game, is put the pressure on Arsenal. If they concede, then we drop back and we defend and kind of do what United did 4 days prior. I don't know, week prior. I don't even know. Time is a construct I can't get my head around right now. But just do what United did when they went down to 10. Just drop back and defend. And if Villa were going to go out, score a goal in the first 10, 15 minutes, then they were just going to drop back. And I think after, Anna Patton had a shot on target in the 14th minute. Not saying that they stopped attacking afterwards, but I think they just slowed up a little bit after that. And they were like, all right, so we tried. They got the save in, and now we're just going to drop back and kind of let them come at us, and then we can try and get the ball back and maybe try and do a counter. But to me, Villa did not, outside of the first 15, it didn't really seem like they were going to win. And then when we had gone 2 goals up, then they were like, oh, maybe we should try and score a goal.
Yeah.
But that was just kind of how I was seeing it.
Yeah.
Josh, can I ask you a question? Sorry. What is your whole perspective on the whole Taylor Hines thing? Because again, that confused me yesterday on why she couldn't start Taylor Hines and give Katie McCabe a break. Like, what has Taylor Hines done recently that she's dropped so far back onto the bench and not even getting minutes?
I don't think it's anything like what she's done. I think Renee. I think it goes back to Renee not trusting her whole squad, and I think she goes back to what probably got her through and gave her most successful thing, and that's having probably Fox, Leah when she's fit, Lotta, Catley, and McCabe. Yeah, I agree. Yesterday I would have played her because I thought that was a perfect, like we said, like people like Palova and Hines. That was the sort of games that you'd want to be seeing them and be at least starting. But I'm not really sure, to be honest. Like, obviously we don't know what's happened in training, if anything's happened. But I think we're seeing like Hines as probably as the backup for McCabe now. Like, obviously when Fox went off, obviously Holmberg come on, didn't she? So I think maybe I'm trying to think when. Like, the problem is, like, like the next couple of games, I probably don't see her starting either because obviously it's Man United and Chelsea. Like, I don't know if that Leicester game was still there. Maybe I could have seen her playing in that because I think that's the big thing. You've got to learn when you're doing rotating, and it's all right having a big squad, but you've got to try and play everyone all at the same time, which obviously physically is not possible. But if you don't feature the players that are on your bench a fair bit, when you want them to come in, they're massively off. Like they're miles off of it, aren't they? So, like how can you expect the players, like say, like we've used them as example, Hines, Pullover, even Caitlin Ford, even though she's offering nothing, but she's not really she hasn't started the game for quite a while, which I know that goes down to form, but I just think the step off is a massive gap.
Caitlin Ford, he's talking about.
Ford.
I was like, all right, that's what I thought for a second. And to Dorian's comment there, we have a game Wednesday. Perhaps Taylor is more suited to.
Yeah,
I would say, game management, because we do have like 6 games in 2 weeks or something, 5 games in 2 weeks.
That was going to be my next question. At Chelsea, so for that whole thing at Chelsea, who do you start, Kate McCabe or Taylor Hines? I would personally start Taylor Hines at Chelsea simply because Ellie Carpenter, if she's starting, we know Taylor Hines has the pace to outpace her and catch up with her if she gets on a break
and track back.
Yeah,
I looked at a couple of heat maps between, when McCabe was starting, when Ford was starting, when Olivia Smith was starting, where even Caitlin Ford was sitting when she would come on for Olivia Smith. And more times than not, McCabe spent more time in the final third on the left wing than she did backtracking. And I know that part of that has to do with, how much possession we end up having and where we have control of the ball. But the fact that there were essentially 3 players, because even Mariona would start floating out to the left wing position, we would essentially have 3 players in the same, 6-yard radius of each other, instead of, maybe some people getting into the box. But I think Taylor Hines, she probably won't play against United. I think I would like to see her play there, but someone had put out on X, Twitter, whatever the heck you want to call it, that because someone was like, why isn't Hines getting minutes? It's hard to fight for a spot against an in-form Katie McCabe. And that's what someone had said. I'm like, okay, but Katie McCabe in form lasts about 20 minutes of the game, not 90. If you watch the full 90, Katie McCabe might be a little bit too harsh and critical here, but Katie McCabe full 90 does not tend to work. Her being in form for 90 minutes, it's not the best, at least in my opinion. I think Taylor Hines can bring more to the plate for a longer period of time than Katie McCabe, even if she is in form.
Yeah.
Because it's more or less, as soon as Ford comes on, it's that left-hand side, it's game over.
I think we can all agree, like with Hines, defensively, she's a lot better than Katie McCabe. Yeah. And I think that's where it's a bit like what Dorian said, like all depending on who you're playing. Like to be honest, I would have started Hines. Like I'm not saying yesterday, I'm not saying that. But when McCabe's actually playing okay, which from an attacking point of view, she's actually not doing that as bad as previous games this season. I think that's what's obviously with Hines, that's the difference. Defensive, if you put Taylor Hines and Katie McCabe together and morph them into one player, we'd have a very good left back. So because obviously Taylor can defend, but I don't think her attack is as strong as Katie McCabe's, which people will be shocked with that because I don't normally praise Katie McCabe. So, but it's a good question. So anyone who wants to answer that, put that in the chat as well, and we'll read it out. Obviously, I'll go to you, Laura, about the first goal because I know there's stuff you want to talk about with that.
Yeah. There's most definitely is, and I'm pretty sure many other people, if they're on Beth Mead's side, would probably agree with me. So, as most people have seen over X the last few days, well, since yesterday, that again, Beth Mead comes under fire when we've already discussed that we would rather Beth Mead start a game over Caitlin Ford at any time at the moment. And as Catherine clearly touched on when I spoke to her about this earlier on, that if you're not wanting Beth Mead on a pitch, who are you wanting on the pitch from our bench? Because Caitlin Ford has provided nothing. Chloe Kelly is injured. Who's left?
I think she's been one of our best players.
Yeah, and I do think about that.
This season.
And I'm sure one of the tweets I seen was about what does Beth Mead do that Renee keeps her on a pitch for a full game, and it was something that Beth Mead's dad had touched on. So what I'm going to pull up is a video leading to the first goal, and you can tell me what Beth Mead does that gets us the first goal. Bearing in mind, Beth Mead, before we got that goal, also cleared a ball off the line to stop Villa from going 1-0 up.
And is that the Beth Mead that set up the winning goal in the Champions League final?
Yeah, what else are people expecting from her? Are they expecting her to pull the world out her ass? Because that's certainly not what we're going to get. I don't know what people are expecting from her. I really don't.
I think she's one of these players that gets criticism very unduly and very, very quickly. For
I
me,
think no matter what she does, she could score a hat trick, and these same people that are like, oh, she doesn't deserve to be on the pitch right now, is because she gave up the ball and the other team went on a counterattack. They didn't score from it, but she lost the ball. She's at fault.
But then most of the players at Arsenal right now are capable of doing that.
I saw Mariona give the ball away quite a lot in the first half. She got the ball back sometimes, but yeah, you still, whatever way you look at it, still gave the ball away. So I just think, like I've said a number of times, if you criticise one player, then you've got to have the bottle to criticise your fan favourites as well. I think some of the abuse that Beth Mead faces is disgusting, personally.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Caitlin Ford's all that, if I'm honest, this season. But you won't have me abusing her and being derogatory about her. Yeah. But I just think, obviously, Beth. I think this season that Beth Mead is probably up there with being our player of the season so far. I don't think there's many players better than her on a consistent level. If I asked you to name me 3 other players who you think played better than Beth, it's not easy.
Kim Little.
I was going to say played better or at the same level. I would say Kim Little and Emily Fox.
See, I don't think Fox has been that great, personally. I think attacking wise, I thought we saw a massive difference with Holmenberg coming on against Fox. Yeah. I still think she's brilliant, Emily Fox. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think she's been
Fox pre-Christmas break. I think she's been playing nonstop. She doesn't get many breaks. So I'm gonna say it. I'm not all that surprised that she. I know that it was concussion protocol substitute, or as some said, it wasn't a concussion sub. It was just a precaution because she is concussion prone. She gets run to the ground.
It was concussion. Yeah. If you watch some videos away from the start, from when it kick off, she's holding her head a lot. And I said this to James. I think actually what had happened is she suffered a headache, and she's just played on and thinking, it'll go away, and it's obviously not, and that's when they've just decided just come off. It's clearly not.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Fox has been crap, but what
Yeah.
I'm saying is I don't think she's been as good that as everyone has said. Like, would I rather have Emily Fox playing for us? Yeah, obviously. But when it comes to Beth Mead, I think Beth Mead's been consistently better. Like,
Yeah.
I think she's probably up there with Kim Little, Laura. To be honest, if it wasn't for Kim and Beth, I don't think we would be third or wherever we are in the league and be in the Champions League still. And I don't think that gets spoke about much. Yeah, Fox is playing really, really well. You know what Fox does. Is Fox an attacking fullback for me? No, I don't think she is personally.
Can you see her flipping into cover the right center back position?
I hope not, but because I'd rather us not get any other injuries. But if she has to, I think she could do it. But it's a bit like the Hines and McCabe thing. Like, we see Smeela Holmberg go forward a lot more than what Fox does. Like, Fox has scored goals like the one against Tottenham, and you think, why can't you do that a bit more?
Yeah.
But and that's not before people think I'm saying Fox is rubbish, because I'm really not. But we're talking about comparing Beth Mead, the levels of players and how she's played. I think Beth Mead's been better than Mariona this season. I think she's been better than Russo. And Russo's my favourite player. So, do you know what I mean? I like what has been said. I don't understand the level of abuse from Beth Mead. I really don't. I just, it doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, she set up the goal for Stina. This is Darren's time to shine. After Stina did miss the opportunity of the game, like putting it wide. But we won't talk about that, will we, Darren? But yeah. But I would love to see it. Like, I don't know if Catherine, you could find this, the ratio of Stina's shots throughout her career, like her Arsenal career, of shots that she's missed against the ones that she's scored.
I'll obviously just touch on recent while Catherine's trying to find that for you, but I'll obviously just touch on Reese's comment here. He's obviously asked, do you think Holmberg will enable Mead to play inside a bit more rather than staying wide? Which I do think worked really well yesterday. I thought Holmberg's crosses in are lethal. They are something that's going to come in handy for Arsenal. I don't know if anybody else agrees with that, but if only we had our forwards in the box for most of, obviously, Holmberg's shots yesterday into the box, I think we would have got more than 2-0. But for that comment, Reece, I do think it is, Darren has said, Mido and Samila has already had a good understanding, and that's obviously something that's clicked straight away between them two, because let's face it, we've not had Samila long, that she's just come in and obviously slotted into that team pretty well at the moment. So yeah, and we have said it many times, George, haven't we? That we prefer that Beth Mead cuts in and gets a ball into the box that way, rather than having to go all the way to the byline and cross a ball in.
I just don't think she's that winger anymore, to be honest. Like, I think when she had her ACL, she obviously lost a little bit of her pace, which, not being rude, that's going to happen. But she's clever enough and technically on the pitch. I think she's a genius. Some of the passes that she does. So like Dorian will probably agree with this. Like, in the comments, we said it all along. Stina gets all the plaudits for Lisbon.
Yep.
But Beth Mead was the one who put that on a plate for Stina to do that. That pass doesn't. I don't think many other people make that pass or have that vision to do that. But which doesn't get spoke about. And I can find, like, it's football, isn't it? Like, James, I'll come to you. Obviously, it is football that the person who scores the goal gets the plaudits. But Beth, in that situation, and even probably on Sunday, doesn't get those plaudits, probably what she deserves.
Yeah, I mean, No, it's just, I think it's the same with sort of most sort of positions like that. As you say, she's put many a ball in the plate for strikers, even midfielders, to bang in the goals, as you say, get the applause and support for weeks on end. I think the other side of that as well is, and obviously we're saying players that have been up there. I think Bobby's in my shout. I've been one of the players that's on Bethany's level. Although she's not an attacker, in the sense of a defensive point of view, and being basically the last player to prevent a goal getting in. I never seen her in pre-season. The only thing I really knew was the story. The story's always she's a bomb scare, she's a horror show. Literally, it does. You roll the ball here and it's going to hit the net. And when she came in, it's a completely different keeper.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the same. Growing up, I played as a goalkeeper. And it's always the same. I always say, in years to come, even DVD was a goalkeeper that day. In years to come, people will go, oh, Arsenal won the Champions League. What happened? We'll be able to name Stina's goal, maybe a couple of bits here and there, bits of playing, whatever. I guarantee you, if you went somewhere and go, we either go, not just with Arsenal goalkeeper, with the Barcelona goalkeeper. What about them? I don't know. Because everybody remembers. They remember when it comes to goalkeeper, they remember the failure more than the success. And I think that's the same way Beth Mead's gone just now.
Yeah.
They remember the failure more than the success.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Dorian, yeah, you said that before about having Beth Mead playing in the 10 role, knowing Renee at the minute, she probably play her at centre half or something. But it's a good question why we've not tried that, because she has that ball to create play and create goals. She takes on shots sometimes. Right? She hasn't scored. I don't know if has she scored this season.
Beth,
I'm not sure.
No, she hasn't. It's been
but the goal involvement, she's had a couple, hasn't she?
Yeah,
but
I think it's up to 5 now. 5 goal involvements.
Yeah, but
It's a good one. That's more. Chloe Kelly has more than Caitlin Ford, and she's not played most of the season.
No, and like Darren said, like Stina's movement allows that. Yeah, I'm not discounting what Stina does, Darren, and what she did. What my issue is that everyone goes, Stina won us this, Stina won it, yeah, because she scored the goal. But Beth Mead is the one that put that pass through, or Beth Mead is the ones that puts these passes for Stina or Russo or whoever to score. There's not really any praise from there, and you see it online. A lot of people in the Arsenal fan base, so-called, are criticising Beth. I just don't get it. I would love people that criticise Beth to come onto this show or put in the comments why you do it. Like, there might be something we're missing, but like we say, this platform is here for everyone's different opinions that we don't all agree on here. But give me a reason or a couple of reasons why you think Beth isn't good enough for that team at the moment. Do I think she should be starting as a first 11 if we had a complete rebuild and all that? Probably not, because you want to be looking at playing different ways of football and building your squad. But what an option to have in Beth Mead. Like, could you
there's a lovely stat from our stat lady. Beth has 3 goals and 2 assists in the Champions League, 4 assists in the WSL, and 1 in the FA Cup.
And the Subway Cup. I forgot that one.
So
I think she might be our all competition top goal involvement person.
Yeah.
But so George's ask was Stina stats. I don't have how many times she's gotten on the end of crosses and has just failed to do anything. I don't that I don't think is available out there, but I kind of looked back at the 23-24 season, the 24-25, and the current season. Stina has 5 goals this season so far in the WSL. Last year, she had 5. She's played a little bit less than half the minutes that she played the entirety of last season, and has as many shots on target this season as she did last season and the season of before, at 15 shots on target.
Yeah. And
She's seemingly getting to be more clinical. The 23-24 season, she had 41 shots, 15 shots on target, 7 goals. This is just the WSL only. Last season, she had 34 shots, 15 on target, and 5 goals. That puts it at a 14% conversion rate, 1 goal every. I don't even want to do that math right now. And then so far this season, she's at 30 shots, 15 on target with 5 goals. So
you get my point.
Kind of extrapolate that out. You could say, if she plays, 5 more games, she should have at least 2 more goals.
Yeah, but for centre forward,
you would be expecting at this point in the season, after playing 475 minutes and getting 30 shots off, with half of them being on target, you would expect maybe 8 or 9 goals at this point, not 5.
Yeah.
But then again, if we're calling it Stina's pure stats, then we've got to call out Russo's pure stats this season.
No, exactly, because they'll be even worse.
Running. So it's you've got to weigh that up and look at those two those two centre forwards and say to yourself, are they really that clinical? No, they're not. And we'll admit that. And it's been a frustrating season so far for Arsenal. But don't call out a player whose stats are hitting the ground running at the moment currently better than any other. I bet you best stats are maybe a little bit better than Olivia Smith's at the moment. Because there's games where Olivia Smith shows up and there's games where she didn't. Like yesterday, I don't even think Olivia Smith impacted that game whatsoever. But I'm not then going to go on X and call that out and be like, oh, well, Olivia Smith, we paid £1 million for her. She's a waste of money. No, that just doesn't work. You see, before you open your mouth on X or any other social media platform, maybe look into some of these stats and how they're playing in the season, and maybe watch back videos and actually say, well, hold on a minute here. That person did this to impact that game. Actually, that person did that to actually start off a run for a first goal. Or it's just frustrating.
Okay, so Beth Mead has only played 22 more minutes in the WSL than Olivia Smith. Olivia Smith has 3 goals, 18 shots, 7 on target, 1 assist. Beth Mead has 9 shots, 4 on target, 0 goals, 4 assists. She's created 15 chances and she's had 5 successful crosses. Olivia Smith is actually at the same of 15 and 5 for chances created and successful crosses. But I look at that, and Beth Mead, she could be getting more shots off, but I also think she's trying to get more chances created as well, even though to get the ball to our strikers, who then should be putting the ball on the back of the net. If you are going to be criticizing a player, you could almost say that so far Olivia Smith has not been performing to the standards of £1 million player.
Yeah.
But she's only young. You shouldn't have to rely on her. I think this is the issue I have. Olivia Smith cost you £1 million. Maybe that's £400,000 or £500,000 more than you want to. But if you want the best young players, you have to sometimes pay over the odds. But if Chloe Kelly's fit and firing, you're able to put Olivia Smith in and out of the team, rotate her. You shouldn't have to be relying on. Let's be honest, we've got 2 wingers. There's no point twisting that. Caitlin Ford, when she comes on, offers absolutely nothing. And anyway, she's leaving to go to the tournament soon, whatever, and then she leaves on the free in the summer, which I think she does. But then you've got an injured Chloe Kelly. So, and I think any criticism of Olivia Smith is very harsh, if I'm honest. I think she's had her moments in games where, let's be honest, probably not many people do that. But I think it's a bit like if you sign a player in other games, for 100 million, the price tag's over their head. So I think it's a bit harsh, personally. I know we call people out for what their performances are, but try being
I'm
someone
not
like
saying that
Olivia
Olivia
Smith and
Smith
getting getting the crap kicked out of you every single game, because that's what happens. Not just at Arsenal, like at Liverpool, it happened. So
yeah, she still has that nasty scar from getting fouled. I don't even remember who the opponent was, but I mean, if you go back to last season and watch Liverpool versus Arsenal, like the way that she played when she was facing Katie McCabe just kind of showed how mature she was to not like actually step up to like McCabe trying to poke her and foul her. Like the very cool head that she has is insane when you think about how many times she actually does get dragged to the floor. She gets fouled. She has a really bad tackle against her. Like, and
it
she doesn't.
reminds me of Saka, like
Yeah.
years ago when Saka first come onto the scene. He was Kev has said it amazingly for me. I'm trying to limit my swearing, Kev, so I'm doing well. So, but she gets the crap kicked out of her every week, and that's why I think. But and hey, Josh, hope you're all right, mate, as well. And it's good to see some new people in the chat actually writing some decent stuff as well. So I appreciate that. I'm going to go on to the second goal. Obviously, James, come to you. It's 10 more years again, isn't it? It's got to be Kim Little. Like, mate, how much we rely on her is scary. But as long as they can find, like, I don't know, like an injection in her knee or something that lets her play for another 100 years, we should be all right, shouldn't we?
I think don't get me wrong, the time they came me like, oh, listen, we all know she's coming to the day's coming where she's going to be where it is the boots are getting hung up. It's for me, it's the same sort of. It's that stance in midfield, the same as with the defence, and the same with the goalkeeping problem.
Yeah.
Or we don't trust that certain player.
No.
We only trust this one. And don't get me wrong, listen, Kimmy Little again, for the age that she is, took it in her stride, done well, grabbed herself the goal. Everything's all looking good. But come on, the woman's heading towards the end. See, by now, we should have somebody that's ready to take that position, and she's got under her wing. We've seen it. You go back, cast the mind back years ago, Leah Williamson, when she first started.
Yeah.
And you see how proud that the defence is coming off, going, you're coming on, you're taking my place. I told you would get my space. Kimmy Little should be doing that with somebody else by now. And we still don't have that person. We've been saying it for years. I'll be honest, I think Kimmy Little's got about another year and a half left now. And that's scary to think, because as you say, especially yesterday, we rely so heavily on her when it comes to the midfield to keep that gelled and concentrated on what they're doing.
We have no midfield, do we? Let's be honest. If Kim's not there, we have no midfield, and that's even with Mariona in it.
I'll be able to see my frustration yesterday, and I said it obviously in the live chat. I didn't get to see. I caught a good enough of the game. I didn't get to see it all, but see large parts of what I was watching. Like that when Aston Villa were breaking up, and we've done it season upon season now. They're getting like that corners and they're getting into tricky positions where they can take a shy and swing a ball in.
Yeah.
And we were playing at the weekend there with two registered strikers. One's in our box defending, and the other's about 20 yards inside our own half.
Yeah.
Why? If Bobby catches that and Lotta gets a header on it or anything, all of a sudden we have no bite to counter attack. Stina ain't going to be able to run 2/3 of the pitch by herself. We're completely outmarked. Villa's instantly straight back, snap back, everything in place, and we lose that counter attack momentum. Yeah. Whereas once we kind of get the first goal, we've seen it more. Even when Villa were coming forward, it was that sort of slightly more comfortable. I don't need to go up there now, I don't need to worry. It's as if we panic oh, we're going to lose the first goal here, and if we lose the first goal, we lose the game. And I'd like to see more of it. And I think Kimmy did have a part to play in that, because the full midfield kind of went back almost as a second line of defence. But you've got to blame, to me, you've got to blame Renee for that.
Yeah.
As you say, we see it against the beer teams, pushing up to almost playing near enough 6 up front.
And they all can't shoot.
But you get
yeah, I get the concept. Yeah.
We're that impacted on ourselves to try and break forward, and then we talk about, obviously we were talking earlier about players burning it. There's where the burning is happening.
Yeah.
We're now asking, like you said, Kimmy Little, who's at the tail end of her career, sprint to one end of the pitch and try and create something up the other end.
No.
Come on, work her in it. But don't get me wrong, I just say I think she's had a brilliant game, and so far, touch the area wood, she's had a brilliant season.
Yeah.
But we need to be careful with her at the same time.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, so yeah, obviously we got through, luckily, like got the couple goals that got us through. Just because of time, we'll move on quickly just to preview the Man United game, and then we've got a giveaway. I have remembered. So what I'm going to do it a little bit different just because of time. I'm just going to go around and get your predictions, and then you can say what you think about the game as well. So, Catherine, I'll start with you. Obviously, we've got Manchester United on Wednesday in the semi-final. What's kind of your predictions with that, and what's your views going into that game?
Wait, are we home or away first?
It's one. I think it's only one game, isn't it? So that's at Meadow Park.
Oh, I was thinking it was a two-leg.
It's got to end on Wednesday night.
Yeah, no, it's not two. It's only one game.
I have that sinking feeling that it's going to go to penalties.
Okay,
I don't want it to. I think if it's going to be done in 90, it's going to be like a 1-0 game. Otherwise, it's a horrible feeling to have to go to penalties. And then it just comes down to, okay, which keeper is going to be fit and in goal, and who's going to be our penalty queen.
Cool. Reese, I think, just to answer your question, I wouldn't be surprised if we were waiting for the summer, because I think we will bring 2 midfielders in, and you'll see probably her and Stan. I keep going Stanway because I feel like that's the one we've got to do. But yeah, I don't know. We risk a lot, mate. Yeah. Cool. Darren has said 1-0. We all know who he probably thinks will score.
1-0 with a Kim Little shot from outside the box in the last 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah, people will lose their head. I can't remember the last time she ever done that. It's been a while.
That's one of the things that we need to do more, though, is just shoot from outside the box.
Oh, yeah. Shot! He's went with Alessia Russo. He's cheating on Stina.
He's only said that for fishing stuff. That's what he said. Cool. But if Russo does it, why not against our old team? It'd be nice. James, what's your prediction and kind of thoughts going into it?
I'll be honest, I think it's going to be, especially being Meadow Park, man, you're used to the smaller, tighter pitch. I think we're going to struggle.
Yeah.
I think we'll scrape it out of the line. I'll go 2-1 in extra time. And depending on who our wingers are, Beth Mead, who we fling on, will be the goal hero.
Yeah.
Caitlin Ford, the goal hero.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think that'll happen, but we'll see. Laura, kind of same question for you.
Do you want me to give you an upset?
No, say what you want. If it gets us more views and subscribers, say what you like.
I think we'll get beat. I do honestly think.
That saves me money then.
I do think Man United will tip it over as a 2-1 win. So yeah, as Catherine touched on, a tighter pitch, Man U like that. They're going to sit back, and I think they've got Ella Toon back as well.
Oh God! And 5 strikers they can choose from.
And of course, they've got Leah Schuler, who obviously scored at the weekend there, her first goal.
Against Burnley though, like
Tullis Joyce plays our silly little games, and that's going to frustrate Arsenal even more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's going to be a 2-1 defeat.
Cool. I'm going to go. I think it'll go to extra time and we'll win it in extra time. I think it could be time for Matt. We might see Mariona do something special. But, yeah. Am I confident? No, not really. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'm sure you'll hear the highs and lows from the watch-along. I might be able to pop on that at some point because I'm not actually at the game because I had pre-plans with Tash, so I didn't want it to be my funeral, and that's why I'm missing Brighton away as well. Because if I said, "Oh, sorry, I can't do Valentine's Day because I'm going Brighton away," yeah,
It'll be your funeral before your wedding. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, sort of, but yeah. Yeah. So yeah. On that note, a game I will be at is Chelsea because I ain't missing that. But I'm going to pass you to Laura for our giveaway.
Yeah, let me see how I do this again. It's been a while. Share screen.
Can you just spin it, Laura, normally?
Yeah, I do usually spin it. Is that come up?
Well, you said you forgot how to do it, so I was just helping. Like, you just spin it.
You're a sacky wee cunt these days, aren't you?
Yeah.
Is that coming up for people?
Yeah, I can see it.
Right, okay. George, there's no point in asking you because you tell me no. So here we go.
George, can you see it?
And the winner is... Oh, that just missed then. It's Footy Corner TV. So it is. So Sparks.
Sorry, what was it? So my phone went weird.
So it's Sparks that's won that one.
Okay,
so
cool.
You can get in contact with Sparks and let them know.
And what was the giveaway prize?
It's 2 tickets to obviously the Chelsea game at Stamford Bridge at the weekend. So yeah, that's what the giveaway prize was.
Nice one. So well done, Sparksy. Yeah, we'll get in touch with you with that. And yeah, cool. We will end it there. So there'll be a watch along on Wednesday for the Arsenal Man United game. Like we always say, thank you for everyone's comments and interaction. It's been really good tonight on the show in the chat. So it's been some really good, some new names. So that's really good. Thank you. All it takes, in the words of Kellogg's boy, Austin, takes 2 seconds just to hit that subscribe button. We're only a few away from 300 subscribers, so it's gone up quite a bit recently.
Yeah.
And we've done, and this is our 100th and first show on the channel, so we're getting some shows now, and I'm still on it. I've not been arrested, so everything's good. Cool. But I just want to say thank you to Catherine. Thank you for coming on again.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Hopefully I can do a few more of these shows, whether they're previews for the weekend or debriefs on the day after.
Yeah, always welcome. And James, great to have you back on.
Always a pleasure, mate. Happy to be here. I'll just get one wee small thing before we do go. Catherine, did you ever catch that moose that was going about your house?
If anybody was in the watch along on Sunday, they would understand what that's about.
I have no idea what you said.
He said, "Did you ever catch that moose that was going about your house?"
No.
Do you know what's really? You know what's really bad? I actually understood it the first time, so I'm learning. I'm learning the accent. I think.
Yeah, George. Back up like yours, not teach you.
I'm not eating those snotty chips. But yeah, cool. Laura, thank you for everything as well. I'll see you guys on Saturday.
Yes, I'll be there on Saturday. That'll be my first one of 2026 along with James, and then it'll be Little Man's first game as well. We Ryder will be there, so yeah. If we win,
Little man's allowed in. Yaz can stand outside saying Bristol City can smash us. So
yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, thank you everyone. Obviously, remember, please subscribe and obviously keep an eye on the channel, and please subscribe to Mr. Arsenal podcast as well. Some good shows coming up, and we will catch up with you soon. We'll have a show on Friday, but yeah, join the watch along on Wednesday, and good night. Come on, you Gunners.